Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Secret of success and happiness. Technical terms for these two English words are success is abhyudaya and happiness is shreyas. Our life must be successful as well as peaceful. When in the outer world we are successful, then only we have really lived something creative in life. But if the external success is compromised with the inner peace, then we have not attained fulfillment in our life. So our life has got two aspects. One is the external aspect of the life. Second is the internal aspect of the life. See, friend. If somebody is externally extremely successful, but internally totally frustrated, dejected, depression, miserable, angry, bitter, then that external success has no meaning. At the same time, if somebody tells, no, I don't care for anything outside, I am always at peace, this is self-deception. See, friends, a perfect balance is external success and internal peace together is equal to happiness in life. So, how do we attain success in the external world and how we can maintain, I am not using the word attain, how we can maintain the inner happiness? When our happiness is dependent on the external success, then it is a created happiness. Under n number of conditions, I am happy. If those conditions are not fulfilled, then I become miserable. It is something like, if we have to understand, it is something like 5-star spirituality. See, what is the 5-star spirituality? When everything is perfect according to my choice, then I can sit for meditation. See, I come across all kinds of seekers in this world. Once I was having a camp in Himalayas near Rishikesh. It was the old palace of the Maharaja of Tehri Gadwal. Now that particular palace is converted into a hotel. All the Maharaja's palaces are converted into hotel. Now it was such a lovely spa and everything there. So they invited me and the topic was happiness or Ananda in Himalayas. Ananda is the name of that place. Ananda in Himalayas. For about 7 days we were there. And those people who came through me, they were given concession. I think 7 days or 5 days. And the concession was they had to pay only 40,000 rupees for 7 days. And those who did not come through me, they came through their ad in the internet, etc. They had to pay 200,000 rupees. You can imagine. So it was all a 5-star spirituality. And there were a number of good actors from UK, the TV anchors, and I never knew anybody. Afterwards somebody told me, Swami, we saw you, you are with that anchor, he is the most celebrated anchor of UK. I said, I don't know, I am anchored to him, I know only one anchor, no other anchor I know. So, there everything is so spick and span and clean and neat and perfect. And then we used to sit for meditation. And after the meditation class is over, we used to just go for a walk and the people will ask questions. Swamiji, why there are so many thoughts in my mind when I sit for meditation? I try to control my thoughts. I have got everything, but the mind is disturbed, particularly when I sit for meditation. So what should I do? So externally, whatever has to be achieved in his or her life, he has achieved success in the external world. But what is inside happening? Life is lived inside, not outside. See, friends, then I ask him, did you ever think about it, or you are only complaining? Those who are living all the time in the external world, they are expert in complaining. And those who are living inside, they don't complain, they contemplate. See the basic difference. For example, in 2005 probably, there was that Katrina problem in New Orleans. At the same time, there was tsunami problem in Bombay. And in that tsunami, the first floor, second floor of most of the buildings in Bombay were underwater. That time, all my books, cassettes, CDs, VHS, worth about 200,000 rupees, were all destroyed. 20 to 25 lakhs of worth of goods, everything was destroyed. And when I came again to India, US, one person asked me in South, probably in Dallas or somewhere, Swamiji, I am surprised, India is not a developed country like America, then how come after that tsunami, within 4 days, Bombay life came to normal? It took more than 1 year, and yet New Orleans did not come to normal. What is the reason? As the reason is very simple. You people depend on government, expecting government should do something. In India we know, government doesn't work. So we have to work. And when we start working on our problems of life, then only we are walking the spiritual path. See friends, externally those who are constantly imagining life is only external, they have got 101 problems. On the contrary, live outside, but peace within. When this balance is understood, then alone we will start working on it. So how do we work it? So first step, to achieve progress or success in the outer world, many of us have got this funny notion, oh, I am very unlucky, I am not getting success. This is the cry of a pessimist person. Many of us say that I did my best, but I couldn't get it. Your best is not equal to the required best. Our best is not ultimate. We have to match. What is the required best? If we are not able to achieve the required best, then only we have nothing but problems and only complaints. See friends, and when we thus get into this habit of complaining about the world, then what is our approach in life? Our approach in life is to improve the world, to change the world, to see that the world is able to change according to my need. It has never happened. We cannot change the world. See, it is something like, this time there was one young couple from Britain who came with me to India. And we went in Madhya Pradesh, there is a place called as Pachmadi. So from Bhopal, up to Bhopal we went by flight. From there we had to drive about 4 hours. And in India the driving, so I was sitting in the front seat, the back one in that Innova, These two people were sitting and behind somebody was sitting. And when the car was going, both of them, husband and wife, they will close their eyes. Again, everything is okay. Hey, what is this you are doing? Swamiji, the way this fellow is driving, I feel that truck is going to come and bash. Why they drive like that? See? And are you not afraid? I said, look here. Can you do anything? No. So accept. And everybody is going like that. You are not the only one. But when our attention is all the time outside, we are constantly complaining, frustrated, and then all our thinking process begins to change, to improve the world. Nobody has ever been successful in changing and improving this world. If you study, in Satya Yuga, there used to be Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, terrible monsters. Then in case of the Treta Yuga, there used to be Ravana, Kumbhakarna, everybody. Then in the Dwapar Yuga, there is to be Dhritarashtra, Duryodhan, Dushasan, all monsters. In Kali Yuga, we are all there. What is the news? This world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. See, why this complaining attitude comes? Because we are not capable. Those who are capable, they don't complain. Those who are not capable, they only complain. See, it is something like a teacher in the school was teaching mathematics to the children. Small examples, small kids. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, 11 plus 11 is equal to 22, 111 plus 111 is equal to 222. Understood? Yes. Gave homework. Next day, homework was 9 plus 7, 15 plus 22, and 390 plus 930. Next day, everybody done homework? Yes. One child was sitting. What about you? I am not done. Why you are not done? The teacher asked. Sir, simple you have done. 1 plus 1. And difficult you are giving to us. Why didn't you do the difficult and give us the simple? Complain. Whenever we are not capable, we start complaining, friends. See, another thing is most of the parents, particularly outside India, now in India also, they complain about the children. Swamiji, back home, this is standard phrase. Swamiji, back home, when we were children, we used to be obedient, we used to listen to our parents. And when my dad used to come to my room, I used to go to other room out of respect and reverence. I used to run away virtually. But today, our children are so terrible. When my son comes in my room, I run to other room. What is my life? Why this is happening? So I said, look here, you have answered your question. You are born to run. First, run because of the father. Now, run because of the son. Run, oh run. You are born Milkha Singh, keep running. But why this is happening? Again complain. Why this is happening? I said, you want to listen? Yes. I said, listen. We were lucky to have good parents. Our children are unfortunate. They have got dumb parents and therefore they don't listen to us. Oh, do you mean we are bad? Yes, you change. See, friends, success in the outer world is possible when we are able to negotiate through the given situation without creating dents and damage around us. Then only it is possible. And this can be done if our inner poise is perfectly maintained. A person who is not at peace with himself, and if he has to face anything, he cannot face it properly. Because who is facing? The mind is facing. And if the mind is not at peace, see, most of the time the accidents that happen, all the accidents happen because we take things for granted. A person who is newly learning how to drive a car, he will never make an accident. When he sees the car is coming from 5 miles away, he will pull the car on the shoulder and wait till that car goes. See? But the one who is a regular driver, he takes things for granted. There is something, music is being played and the phone is playing and then the wife is nagging and he looking here and there and goes and dashes. Because I know, I have been driving here for so many years. See, friends, so to be successful in the outer world, the most important thing is we must not blame anything or anybody in life first. Second thing, we must not take anything for granted in life. Never take anything for granted. Every step must be an alert step. If somebody complains, after having climbed, let us take, 500 steps, and there are 510 steps. After climbing 500 steps, no, anyway, I have climbed 500 steps, now I can manage, and become not alert, take for granted. When I can climb 500, 10 also I will climb, and they start looking here and there. One step we miss all the remaining steps thereafter. See, friends, there is no option but to remain alert and vigilant 24/7. Like, many people, when they see me walking with my wooden sandal, wherever I go, last year I went to China and I was a big hit there, both among ladies and gents. Among the gents, because of my beard. Every man, we can't talk English, Chinese or English, so they used to do like this in their own face. Because they have got one hair, somewhere nurturing hair. So among the gents, because of this, I was a great hero. When I was walking on that, Chinese, that great wall, it was a great fun. And with my khada, when I was walking, it was the ladies. They used to look at it. Good. Where from? They said, "Here, designer's piece. I have designed." See? So out of this khada, so many questions come. And every time I answer something, whatever comes, I never know. One day, some person asked me this question. "Why do you put on khada, Swamiji?" I said, "Look here. In India, when people go to temple, they go for changing the shoes. They don't go for God. They go with the old slippers, leave their slippers there, and exchange with the new and come home. So that is the shoe exchange market. And if I start doing it, it will be a problem for me. So when I put on the khadao and they look at my wooden sandals, they put 2 rupees and do namaskar and go. Mera bidi pani ho jata." No. There must be some reason why you put on khadao. I say, "Look here. When you put on the khadao, you cannot afford to step a single step wrong. See? Not a single step. One step you go wrong and you are on the floor. So, success in the outer world is possible when we lead our life 100% alert. There is no choice given. And then the next step comes. We are putting efforts, no doubt about it. But are we putting right efforts? That is important. See, like one person was very heavy, fat, went to the doctor. And Doctor Saab, I want to reduce my weight. Doctor looked at him. I said, look here, young man, you have to do only one thing. Run every day 8 miles. You will be all right. Tell me after 1 month. After 1 month he phones. Hi doctor, yes. How are you? I had definitely reduced my weight. Thank you for your advice. Good, I told you. But doctor, there is one more problem. What is the problem? I am 240 miles away from my home. He kept on running. You have to come back also. So we put efforts. But are those efforts the right efforts or the wrong efforts? See? Like many people are very sincere. But that sincerity, is it a right kind of sincerity? Like those who are engaged in doing, for example, upasana. They will be sitting before the Lord and observe fast and chant the Lord's name. It's all good, do it. But is it rightly done? That is important. Now this upasana, I'll just give you one example. Two extremes. Some people say that in Bhagavad Mahapuran it is said that Ajamila chanted only once Narayana and he went to the Vaikuntha. Why should we chant for the whole life? I will chant at the time of death. See? The one extreme. So I told them, I said, do you know, after saying Narayana, Ajamila left the body. Do you know when are you going to leave the body? You may say your whole life, Narayana, 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 Narayana. Then your children are around. Dadaji, yes. Doctor told there is no hope. So what is your last will? What is your last desire? We like to fulfill that. The whole life Dadaji was chanting Narayana, Narayana. The last time he is asked, Beta, last so many days you people didn't allow me to eat. Now anyway I have to die. Therefore, let me have chicken, and he dies. So what was the last thought? Chicken. What will be the next life? Cock, 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 cock. He will be born as a chicken. Because the last thought determines our next step. See? Simply saying, if once I can chant and get liberation, it is self-deception. Now the other extreme. All the time, Ram, 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 Ram. It becomes so mechanical that the meaning of Rama is never experienced. See, friends, it is something like this. Somebody's name is, let us say, Vishwanath. We ask his wife, who is Vishwanath? My husband. No wife refers her husband with respectful, address. My husband. Like, just some kind of thing. Then you ask the son of Mr. Vishwanath. Do you know Vishwanath? Dad, Hitler. Straight away. Then you ask the brother of Vishwanath. Do you know Vishwanath? Yes, my brother. You ask a grammarian. Do you know Vishwanath? Yes, Shashti Tatpurush Samas. He will break that word into pieces. You ask the same thing. Do you know Vishwanath? To a devotee of Lord Vishwanath of Varanasi. He will say, Vishwanath, Vishwanath Baba ki jai. And now you ask the word to Mr. Vishwanath. Do you know Vishwanath? What will the reply? I am Vishwanath. When? the meaning of the word terminates into I, then alone mantra sadhana is completed. So we are doing so many things externally, but inside there is absolute chaos, because externally what is done is not properly done. See? So even if you are chanting Lord's name, do your upasana, but it has to be done properly. Then only we can succeed, whether it is a material field or it is a spiritual field. Once I went in Thane, in India, to somebody's house for dinner. And they told me specifically, Swamiji, please come alone. Don't bring Kamandalus with you, because we want to talk something to you. So I had no choice. So the Kamandalu who dropped me, I said, now you go. You are not allowed inside. I had to go and face the music myself. So I went inside. And then food and everything was over, with all the puja and the god, and then this puja, that puja, very good. I did namaskar, chamatkar, food. And when I was coming out, their only son told me, Swamiji, I will drop you to the taxi stand if you don't mind. I said, come. I also don't know where is the taxi stand. So he came. On the way, he asked me this question. Swamiji, you are walking spiritual path. My mother is also a devotee and a disciple of some Guru Maharaj. But I am fed up of my mother and her puja and her Guru. So what happened? Because I am the only son, I am not allowed to ride a motorcycle. Something may happen. Suppose I tell I am coming at 7 o'clock, and if I happen to come at 7:15, within that 15 minutes, my mother will sit before that Guru Maharaj and put the god into the waters and punish the god. If my son does not come in 5 minutes, I will go on fast. If he doesn't come in 10 minutes, I will start taking cold water bath. If he doesn't come in 15 minutes, I will do this and all that. And I know that she does it. And therefore I am always on tension. And I have to reach anyway before 7, or she will go on strike. What kind of spirituality this is? And she is sincere, no doubt about it. See, friends, so we put efforts, but find out, are we putting right efforts? See, in Taittiriya Upanishad, there is, in the first Valli, a convocation address comes. After the students are instructed, then there is a convocation address. In that convocation address, towards the end, one statement comes, one mantra comes. अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्त विचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्शिनः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलूक्षा धर्म कामा स्युः ये यथा तथा वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एष उपनिषद. In this what is said, if you have doubt, vichikitsa, about what is to be done, what is not to be done, what is right, what is not right, if you have got doubt, ye tatra brahmanaha sammarchinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasyu. In your place, wherever you are, there are saints and sages. Don't say that there are no good people in this world. There are good people everywhere in this world. Go to a right person and present your problem, and whatever they tell, follow. See, friends, normally we go to the Mahatmas not to get guidance, but to tell. You should do like that, you should do like that. This happened in Chicago many years before. Those days, this Ram Janmabhoomi problem was going on. And somebody came from India with that brick. And then there, like this temple, there was some gathering. And I was also sitting in audience as one of the persons. And a person who came from India, and who are those people? Those who are retired from the job, they are good for nothing, so they join the VHP. And then overnight they become the great saviors of the culture and tradition. In their whole life they are never opened even one page of Bhagavad Gita. And then they started. And then he said, the condition of our country is only because our Mahatmas are not working hard. All that. And I was sitting and listening. So then they said, Swamiji, you speak. So I spoke. I didn't mention anything about him. I spoke whatever I had to speak. On Hanumanji was the topic. Then one person asked, Swamiji, he said like this thing. You didn't reply that. I said, no, I am not supposed to reply because I am not a Mahatma. I am a CH Atma. I am a Chota Atma. So I don't bother. He has every freedom to abuse everybody. I have no objection. Even if he tells me by name that you are full of the first order, I don't mind because it is his problem, it's not my problem. Why should I worry? No, but we want to know. I said, okay, I'll tell you, but under one condition. My condition is very simple. No discussion and no argument. If you want to further argue on this topic, I am not available. If you want to discuss on this topic, I am not available. I give my views and the subject ends. Okay? Yes. Then I said, in all other religions, whatever their heads tell, everybody obediently follows. In our religion, everybody tells us what we should do. Nobody listens to us. See the basic difference. Therefore, ye tatra brahmanaha sammarshinaha yukta ayuktaha aluksha dharma kamasiyu. Those who are the wise people, go to them, present your problem, give proper guidance, and march on in your life. You will be successful. And the success can come when we have taken these 2-3 points. One more point. We have to be committed. Commitment is most essential. In the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Sadhurevasya mantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. He is already a great master. He who has decided to change himself, not the world. See, on the spiritual path, there is no difference between Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Sikh or anything. Is one. But if we get divided on this issue, then we are not walking the spiritual path. See, friends. And therefore, when we are committed to walk the spiritual path, then we will be having no difficulties in life. But if we are not committed, then we have got all the difficulties. Take an example. During the summer days, it is very hot in India. Here also it is becoming terribly hot. I was in Virginia and Maryland area. You know that terrible hurricane or whatever came? I was in Yogaville. 4 days. No light, no electricity, no bath. Everybody was stinking because of the perspiration. And sitting for meditation. All fragrance around the room. So, heat is everywhere. So, when it is so hot, in that heat, when you want to achieve something, your mind will be all the time running here and there. It cannot cooperate. In the same manner, if we are heated inside, our mind will never be available. So, commitment. When we are committed to something, then there is no difficulty. So when we were there were 2 types of people. Those who were committed for that function, Guru Purnima function, 3 days, a big function. Those who were committed, they stayed there in spite of all the problems. And many of them, they ran to the next town in big hotels, Holiday Inn, etc., booked the room, stayed there for 3-4 days in AC and everything, because no, Guru Purnima comes every day. These terrible things never comes. So let us go and enjoy. So commitment is necessary to succeed in the outer field. See, friends. And then be very attentive. We have to draw a line in our life to enter inside. Thus far, no further. Unless this line is drawn by us, we will keep only running externally. See? You know, one of the great successful businessmen, you must have heard his name, Lakshmi Mittal. He is very close friend. He is also a friend of mine in England. So one day we were taking food in some hotel, and he was telling me, Swamiji, after I heard your lecture, I was reminded of my friend. I said, who is he? He mentioned him. And he said that I am running around the globe, everywhere his empire is spread. He said, I am not able to see my wife, my son, my daughter for months together. And they don't care also for me. Because nobody has time. What for all this? See, friends. Therefore, it is true, we must have external prosperity, success, but not at the cost of inner peace. If externally extremely successful and internally extremely miserable, such a life is a disgusting life. Therefore, external success is required. You know, in our Hindu religion, they have a goddess of wealth. Nowhere there is a goddess of wealth. Yes, we must be prosperous, abhyudaya. But that doesn't mean that is everything in life. There is much more. And therefore, external prosperity, if it is not backed by the spiritual background, it leads to only perversion. See? We cannot think about anything else. How much more I can get and how much more I can indulge till the last moment of my life. That can never give us fulfillment in life. Therefore, external prosperity, when it is supported by the inner spirituality, then alone there is a beauty in life. Then alone there is a completeness in life. You know, our mythological stories tell us, when Lakshmi comes with her husband Narayana, Lakshmi Narayana, husband wife, when Lakshmi comes with Narayana, the vehicle is Garuda, Mercedes. And when the Lakshmi comes without Narayana, all alone, her vehicle is the owl, Ullu. Ullu means what in Hindi or Indian language? Ullu means who makes fool of you. So if we have external prosperity without the support of the spiritual stamina, our all prosperity leads us to only perversion in life. Everywhere, wherever we see perversion, it is only because of this. There is no spiritual backbone. Therefore, let our external success be definitely tried. But at the same time, we should never compromise. We should never forget that there is a need for inner peace, inner happiness. And happiness is never outside. See, friends, I like to have a cup of tea in the morning. So, when it is 4 o'clock, the bell starts ringing. Tea, 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 tea. And I am very uneasy. Unless I get a cup of tea, how can I start the day? And then I get a cup of tea. Aha! Maja aa gaya. Conclusion. I was miserable because I did not have a cup of tea. I am happy because I have a cup of tea. Therefore, happiness has come from tea. See? Now, if we take this equation, that happiness has come from tea, then like the nicotine or caffeine, which is in the tea leaves as alkaloid, it is available to everyone, whether you know or you don't know. In the same manner, if happiness is an alkaloid in the tea leaves, everyone who takes a cup of tea should be happy, is it not? But this doesn't happen. Yet, we cannot ignore our experience of happiness when we take a cup of tea. Now the question comes, where from that happiness has come? If it has not come from the tea, where from it has come? Now start inquiry. Then we come to know what is unhappiness. When we are carrying the load of any desire, any load you carry in your life, that load makes us miserable. See, like many of you carry your purse on your shoulder. The purse is actually a hold all. It contains the whole universe. So whenever you see any amma, lady, anywhere where they go, the first thing is, before removing the slippers, put it down. Why? It is a heavy load. If the external load is so much painful, the load of desire is much more painful. And that load of desire, I want to have a cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea, cup of tea. There is a terrible agitation in the mind. And the moment a cup of tea is given, this agitation, the load is unloaded, everything is quietened. See? If you happen to go sometime to Kedarnath, don't go by helicopter. Now helicopters are available. Go by walk. It's a great experience. Many years before, when I was going, there were some, girls from a school from Delhi with me. So I told them, I said, look here, there is nobody to look at you up there. Don't carry anything, your purse, etc. Because it will be very difficult for you to carry. After some time it becomes very heavy. You tell, but if the ladies listen, then they are not ladies. So they didn't listen. And then we are going. After going for 5 or 6 kilometers, then slowly, they started getting exhausted, tired. And then, Swamiji, you told us, but I did not listen to you. Will you please mind to carry my bag? I said, okay, give me. I carried back for some time. I said, now, you found me as a donkey. No, I am not finding any donkey, but I find a stone. I will leave it here, okay? And when we come back, we'll pick up. But if somebody takes it away, I said, no problem, very good problem solved. Let him take away. No, Swamiji, this is an imported hair dryer which I am carrying with me. I said, there in Kedarnath, you will not be able to take bath. Forget about drying your hair. Why did you carry it when I told you? I thought, after bath I had to dry my hair. See, friends, any load you carry, you just want to unload. And for some time when you unload, you feel, all of us know only relative happiness. We don't know absolute happiness. Our experience is absence of misery is equal to happiness. Friends, happiness is not absence. It is the presence. See? Like absence of light is darkness. Though darkness is not an object you can study. In physics we study light. Light waves, the speed of light, the various patterns of light, light waves, everything we study. Do we study about darkness? What is the reason? Darkness is absence of light. How can you study absence? In the same manner, for us, happiness is absence of miseries. This absence of miseries as happiness is an illusion. It is not real. Happiness is not absence of miseries. Happiness is beyond the miseries and the joy. And this is our nature. This has to be discovered. When we are functioning in the outer world successfully, we come to a point thereafter, worldly achievements, worldly wealth, etc. can never attract our mind, provided we are leading our life intelligently. See, in our Puranas, many stories come. One of the stories, I'll tell you, this is the story about Rishabhdeva Maharaj, who is supposed to be the head, the first originator of the Jain religion, Rishabhdeva. So, this Rishabhdeva, he ruled the world, the earth for not a day or two, but 10,000 years. He ruled. Now, don't go into the wrong questions. Nobody lives 10,000 years. It's not that way. Let us come to the moral of the story. He ruled for 10,000 years. After that, he handed over his kingdom to his son called as Bharat. And after this Bharat alone, India is named as Bharata. So when this Rishabhdeva the king, he handed over the kingdom to his son and went to the forest and did tapasya. Now the question is, even if we are ruling the whole world, not for 1 4-year term or 5-year term, but for continuously 10,000 years, yet we cannot discover fulfillment in life. Now you look in your own lives. As regard material prosperity is concerned, whatever can be thought of, you have achieved it perfectly. Good house, good car, good place, no health problem, no nothing, all the comforts of the world at the tip of your remote control, everything. Now look within. Have you discovered fulfillment in life? Think, friends. There was one survey conducted by one institution from US, and they had about dozen or two criteria, questions to determine which is the happiest nation in the world. And in their, sequence or the order of great happiness and less happiness, descending order, the happiest nations were 3: India, Indonesia and Mexico. America was far below, 55th, and the most prosperous country, rather overdeveloped. So, external success we have achieved, but have we taken care of the inner happiness? Now, why this happens? Only because we have this wrong notion. When I did not have tea, I am miserable. When I get tea, I am happy. Therefore, happiness comes from tea. When I don't have a Mercedes car, I am miserable. When I buy a Mercedes car, I am happy. Therefore, Mercedes car contains happiness. Find out where it is. When I don't have a huge bungalow, I am miserable. Then I have all the big thing, then I am happy. Therefore, happiness is in the bungalow. This is the basic error, friends. And once we discover this, then you will automatically start withdrawing from all the prosperity, although we are living in the prosperity, but we will not be the slave of prosperity. See, it is something like, I was talking to Amma, when a fruit becomes ripened on the tree, it detaches without efforts. In the same manner, if external success is really digested by us, such a person naturally glides into the spiritual path. Spirituality is not for those who are the dropouts from life. Many people have this notion. In Allahabad, I was having a dinner in somebody's house. And we were all sitting. And the son of that family, about 28 years of age, huge, strong, and tall, wide, and wild, standing there like Vivekananda. So I told him, Mahatma ji, come and join food. You eat. He said, okay, I have come for that only. I'll eat. So when he spoke to me like this arrogantly, so his mother told Swami ji, I am fed up of my son. He's good for nothing. He doesn't study. He doesn't work. He knows nothing. Only he goes on bullying me and his father, and every one of us tired of him. You take him with you to your ashram. Means what? Those who are good for nothing, they are good for ashram. So I told that Amma, I said, Amma, my mother also sent me like that only. That you are good for nothing, you go to the spiritual path. Friends, this path is not for those who are unsuccessful in life. Therefore, first succeed, take the test, as all of you have taken. And after having taken the test, in Mundakopanishade mantra comes, Pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmanaha nirvedamayat nasti akritaha krutena tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samitpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. Pariksha lokan karmachitan. After having re-evaluated your own performance in the outer world, see? Stop, evaluate. Till date, what did we achieve in life? Think. See? One NRI from Hong Kong, he migrated to India in Pune. And he purchased some old palace kind of building, huge one, big compound. And everything was done. And he told me, Swamiji, you have to come and inaugurate my house. So we are fit for every inauguration. When somebody is born, we go. When somebody dies, we go. When somebody doesn't die, we go. Fit for everything, master key. So I went to his house. And then he started showing me in the drawing room. Swamiji, this is that. And you can't move in his drawing room. You do your hand like this, Liberty is standing. Oh, so sorry, it will fall down, you know. You do like this thing, Eiffel Tower is standing. You know. So when he showed me all that, I said, hey, you wanted me to come to your house. Why did you bring me to the museum? Swamiji, this is my house, not a museum. This is the drawing room. And do you know, last 20, 30 years I have been outside India, this is all my collection. Can you imagine how much it costs? I said, I have never purchased anything in my life, maybe 10, 20 rupees. Swamiji, only the interior of this hall costs 3 crores of rupees. See, achievement in the outer world. Collecting the garbage. Then I can act dumb very well. Oh my God, 3 crore? How many zeros are there for 1 crore after 1? But I don't know. I know maximum up to 100 or 1000, not beyond that. Then I started acting dumb. I said, hey, what is that round laddu? Swamiji, that is called as globe. I said, what is that globe? You don't know globe? I said, no. I am Ganga Kinare Wala. I don't know anything. He said, globe means our total earth. Oh God, let me see that. And then I said, is transparent? Earth is not transparent. No, no, it is only a model. And this part is earth, the rest is the waters. I said, okay. Then can you show me our India here? Yes. And this is India. Very good. Can you show me Maharashtra? Yes, this is Maharashtra. Pune? This is Pune. In that Pune, that road on which your house is there, and in that house the room, and in that room you and me, show me. See, in the total cosmic plan, where is our position? Konyosti sadrusho maya. I have done this thing, I have done that thing. Oh, so many have come and all leveled. See, friends, external prosperity can never give us fulfillment in life. You all must have read the story of Alexander the Great. When he died, before death, he told that, please carry my coffin on the shoulders of the doctors. Then, please carry my coffin on that path in the grave where all my earnings of gold and silver and diamonds and everything, spread it on that path, and on that let my coffin be carried away. Then put my both hands outside the coffin, open. So they say, sir, we'll do it. But tell, why this funny desire? He said, let the world know. No doctor could save me. Let the world know. All that I have collected, looted from the world, is remaining here only. And let the world know, I cannot carry anything with me. This is Alexander the Great. Can we imagine our success in the outer world comparable to Alexander? And yet, this is the story of every you and me. And yet, friends, we are unable to evaluate our own experiences. Therefore, pariksha lokan karmachitan. Karmachitan lokan means the field of activity and prosperity in the outer world. Pariksha, re-evaluate. All that we have done, all that we have achieved, it is just like a drop of water falling on a hot iron piece. In no time, it disappears. When we thus start re-evaluating our life, instead of re-evaluation, what we do? We talk about our past. We don't evaluate our past. I was here, I have done that thing, I have done this thing, and thereby our ego, our I becomes stronger and stronger. Instead of dissolving this virus called as ego, we strengthen that virus. You know, there are 3 types of viruses. Biological is H1N1 virus. Second is logical fallacy, the computer virus. The third one is illogical virus, the ego. There is no logic behind it. I have done this thing, I have done, what can we do? Even sometimes you must have experienced this thing. You are in a meeting, very important meeting, and one of us says, excuse me. Say everybody is ready to receive your sneeze. You are doing all that and it doesn't come. It didn't come. Even that is not under our control. I have achieved this, I have achieved that. See, friends, so many kings have come and gone. See? But we are not ready to pause, pariksha, re-evaluate our own life. Are we born because of the passions of the parents? Are we growing Because the earth is moving around the sun. And are we going to die one day because it is a formality to be completed? Is it all life? Or there is something more than this? Thus, enjoy, taste the prosperity, but not foolishly, intelligently. And when we intelligently indulge in this world, then only we are able to really celebrate the life. Such a person, then he turns within. And when we turn within, then there is another chapter which is inaugurated in our life. And that another chapter is the path of evolution. Spiritual life is not revolution. In the outer world, it is revolution. In the inner world, it is evolution. Revolution happens overnight. Evolution takes years together. In this manner, the external prosperity and success and internal happiness must be perfectly balanced. When this is done, life discovers fulfillment. So how do we achieve this balance? What are the techniques? This is the subsequent thought that we will take in remaining 2 days. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.